everyone. Good morning or good evening. It's super late where I'm at. I'm actually supposed to be asleep, but I was tossing and turning and really felt like I needed to do this reading. I feel like whoever the reading is for is probably also tossing and turning. So I just thought it would be best to jump on and get it knocked out. So if you are asleep by chance, maybe you'll see it in the morning. All right, so I'm just going to keep the same format that I normally use. All right, so the first thing I'm going to look at is you and your person's current energy. So for you, we have the Ten of Wands. Ten of Wands does say that you're extremely tired, you're exhausted, you're going through a really stressful situation. Wands, of course, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Let's look at your person's energy. So Page of Pentacles. So your person wants to offer you something. There is fear because pages are new, young. They're usually not at their fullest potential. So there's definitely some sort of fear, but your person does want to give you some sort of small offer. I want to use the Moonology Oracle to see the bridging energy. And this is going to be what you're both working on. This is the energy that's both currently connecting you. Hi, Kiki. I couldn't sleep. Maybe it's for you. All right, so bridging energy, we have a time of healing. It's the Bosmic Moon. Okay, so I feel like I'm talking to someone who's been through some sort of breakup. You've been doing something on your own for quite some time. It's very difficult. I feel like your person has probably been gone. There's probably been minimal communication, if any, but definitely both of you have been healing. I feel like maybe it's possible that both of you have come to a certain point in that healing where you're ready to reconnect. And I feel like that's why your person is trying to give you this small offer. I'm glad it's that early there. It's 12:45 a.m. here. This happens sometimes, but normally I will just stay in bed and toss and turn all night. And today was my first time listening. I was like, nope, I'm just going to get up. All right, so let's see. Now what we're going to do is we're going to look at your head, heart, and higher self space. So we're going to see like what is it that you're thinking? What is it that you're feeling? And what is your higher self trying to teach you right now? All right, so you're procrastinating. So I feel like you know that this person wants to give you this offer, but you're definitely procrastinating, like either accepting the offer or just acknowledging that the situation is there. So it could have been you that maybe left or blocked someone. Um, what you're feeling is say what you mean. So we have 18 and 8, so that's definitely sticking out to me. If you've been seeing a lot of eights, the message could definitely be for you. Eights do mean infinity. That kind of is definitely kind of telling me twin flame energy. But say what you mean in your heart space tells me that you feel like this person needs to say something. Maybe this person needs to apologize. Maybe this person just needs to be truthful and, be authentic, that type of situation. It's very possible that it's you, but I'm definitely getting like you've been waiting a long time for this person to like speak truth. I will try to do a couple readings as soon as I'm finished. I just want to make sure I get this reading out. I'm not sure who it's for, but it's definitely, for some reason, needed. So let's keep going and see what comes out. All right, higher self. This is what your higher self is trying to teach you right now. Cycles. So I feel like you're trying to learn how to break a cycle or how to end a cycle. It's also very possible that you're in a slow period of a cycle and you could be feeling stuck. We are going to clarify a little bit to see what's what. In fact, let's do that first. I'm going to use the Gilded Tarot. Let's see why you're procrastinating or what you're procrastinating about. It's a Chariot. So again, you're just procrastinating. It's like you're not wanting to move forward. There could be fear for some reason. And this is also, for me lately, this is all about like picking a lane. Like it can't be a gray area. It has to be black or white. And it's not necessarily the case, but I feel like that's how you feel. So it's like you're procrastinating because you don't want to have to choose. And the Ace of Cups is what you don't want to have to choose. It's very possible that you're holding on to something, waiting for this person to be ready to bring this offer. Because Ace of Cups is about like new romance, new relationships. And I feel like it's very possible that you're just feeling like you don't want to move on with anyone else. You want this person. And the Tower, I do feel like that is going to bring a Tower moment. It doesn't really. I imagine the Tower moment's going to come when this person comes back around, but it's a page. This is not a knight. It's not a king. So I feel like the Tower moment is going to be that you're going to learn that you might need to move forward. This person might not be ready. Even though healing has happened here, it's still a page energy. So this person still has a lot of fear. And I think that's what's going to bring the Tower. I do want to say, because the Tower is coming out, we do have some astrological aspects that are happening right now. The Tower does represent Mars. So really, this could be, it is in your thinking space too. So your thoughts, but this could actually be like communication. There could be some communication that shocks you. It could be that you do move forward, but I think you're procrastinating that issue. I think the Tower moment comes when this person comes back and their offer is not kind of what you expected. I feel like you expect it to be more, and they're only willing to offer something small. Let's look and see what Say What You Mean in the heart space. So we have Knight of Wands. So there's that Knight. So here, the page, very small, fearful. The Knight, more courageous, brave, willing to bring a message. Wands are Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, action, fire sign, driven, passionate. So whatever, say what you mean, like whatever you want this person to say, it's like you want them to say something about an action, about taking an action, most likely because it's been so stagnant for so long. Six of Wands. Six of Wands is a victory, but this is more about being noticed. I definitely feel like one of you blocked the other. One of you is like hiding from the other, not talking to the other, because Six of Wands says you want to be noticed. And Wheel of Fortune, you want something to move, you want something to bend. It's like you're tired of waiting. All right, let's look and see why Cycles is here. And this is going to be in the space of your higher self. So right now, your higher self is either teaching you that if you are in a slow period, it doesn't necessarily mean you're stuck. But I'm not getting that because you have the Ten of Wands. So I feel like it's a completion and you need to break some cycle. What I'm kind of picking up is it's very possible that this person is fixing to come back around. And I feel like it's very possible that their offer is small, like it has been before. And maybe you've taken them back. Look at those cards. Wow. All right, so we have the Death card, Scorpio sticking out strongly, Knight of Swords, and the Lovers, and Gemini, of course, sticking out strongly. Guys, we have that full moon. The full moon comes out December 18th. It is the full moon in Gemini. I do feel like I'm definitely talking to someone on the twin journey. And this is going to be very much a twin flame full moon, very much bringing things to a close, like cycles that have been stuck, things that have been going slow. Whatever's been in the way is very much getting removed. And the reason that I'm saying that is look at the cycles card and the death card, very much about ending a cycle, like stop repeating the same cycle. The Knight of Swords to me is always like the breakup card. This person always comes in with like a message of freedom, liberation, like you're free to go do whatever it is that you need to do. And the the Lovers card is not the Two of Cups, guys. So the Two of Cups is like a partnership. It's a soulmate card. It says that these two people are wanting to offer each other their cup of love. The Gemini, the Lovers, a little bit different. This card very much says that these people have a very important decision to make. it's very much a soul bond. And you really have to decide whether you're going to work on this journey or not. We do have free will, guys. So a lot of people really do push off the work and really cause a lot of delays because they don't want to do the work. And I think for whoever I'm talking to over here, that's kind of what's happening. It's like you start the healing process. This person comes back around. They're not quite ready. You're not quite ready. But there's definitely this strong, passionate bond between you two. So you just take the person back and you just keep repeating the cycle. All right, let's look at your person's head, heart, and higher self space. Hi, Katie. Yeah, I'm not sure who it's for. I was just telling Kiki it is, we're almost to 1 a.m. here. I was definitely trying to sleep. Normally, I will sit there and toss and turn all night thinking about this, and then I do them in the morning, and I was like, no, I'm just going to do it now. Not everybody is on my time, so I'm hoping whoever it's for is awake. All right, so the wild card is coming out in your person's headspace, like what they're thinking. The wild card always talks about suppressing an energy, like holding something back. The wild card can also sometimes be about like creativity. So I definitely feel like your person he wants to offer this because remember the page wants to make an offer, but the page is young, scared, fearful, scared you're not going to accept the offer. So I feel like that's why the wild card is in the headspace because this person very much wants to do something, wants to be like, I want to say like act, I almost say like carelessly, not carelessly, but like, what's the word? I can't think of the word. I'm almost seeing like a little child just like running, playing, excited. You know what I mean? Like that type of energy. But they're scared to do so. They do have the Phoenix rising. So your person in the heart space does feel like they're having some sort of massive healing. And I imagine the healing probably did come from whatever happened in this relationship. But Phoenix rising is pretty strong. Definitely gives me this Scorpio energy. And this is going to be in your person's heart space. So it's very possible your person has Scorpio in like a major aspect, sun, moon, or rising, but definitely a Phoenix rising. So they're definitely rising from the ashes. And guys, if you're on a twin journey, this is really collective. This is really a strong energy that just in the last couple of days, divine masculine very much rising. So if I'm talking to divine feminine, this definitely would be divine masculine. And I definitely feel like this is a very collective energy in their heart space. It's like they've had a heart chakra awakening and they've really come to an understanding of why this journey happened, like what their purpose is, what their legacy is, what they're supposed to be doing. And that's really brought, and look how she's using her hands like to really create, manifest. So I feel like there's definitely wanting to or starting to use like their own spiritual abilities. And the reason I say that is because in the higher self, it's how teachable are you? So your person definitely awakening, definitely understanding like what happened, why it happened, that type of situation. All right, we're going to clarify. I'm going to use the Llewellyn Tarot to clarify. Let me clear this up a little. Look at that, the Magician on the bottom. Yeah, that's so weird. I figured I said that, Katie, at the beginning. You weren't here. I said I feel like whoever this reading for is for, they're definitely not sleeping very well. All right, so let's see why the wild card is here in your person's headspace. What are they thinking about? What energy are they trying to suppress or keep calm? That's that Knight of Wands. Wanting to take an action. The Knight of Wands is over here in your heart space. So you feel like so they're thinking it and you're feeling it. That's the issue. So Katie, if you can't sleep, definitely feeling your person's energy. You're feeling their thoughts. And that's, by the way, I'm not, okay, some people get so upset about this, but you are feeling, so whoever I'm talking to, Because that card is here in the thoughts and here in the heart space, I feel like this person is definitely feeling this person's thoughts. And that's telepathy, guys. I know a lot of people think that telepathy is the third eye and it's words and communication. And some people actually do hear words. I actually hear my twin's voice, which is super creepy sometimes. But some people don't hear their twin's voice. They don't hear, it's just a thought or a feeling. Um, but I'm just saying the heart chakra. The heart chakra is where telepathy happens. It's actually a feeling. It's not actually a word or a thought. So I know there's a lot of confusion about that, but I've done a lot of research about telepathy because when it first started happening to me, yeah, you know how we all go through that whole "I'm crazy, I'm hearing things." So I had to make sure that I wasn't, right? So I'm definitely feeling like you're feeling your person is definitely communicating. There's definitely telepathy. You might not be hearing words, but you're definitely feeling like emotion because it's in your heart space. All right, let's see what else. Nine of Cups, they're missing you. Nine of Cups to me lately has been very much about something's missing because that 10th cup isn't there, right? And then King of Pentacles. King of Pentacles actually wrote this down. Let me look for it. Yep, expectations. Expectations, such an ugly word in the twin flame journey, but definitely expectations. It's very possible that this person feels like they can't meet your expectations. And guys, right now, again, divine masculine, very collective energy right there. A longing, wanting to take an action, but feeling like this person won't hear them out anymore. You see what I'm saying? This person's breaking cycles. So they feel like they just don't have that opportunity anymore. All right, so let's look at the Phoenix rising and the heart space. I definitely feel like this is a massive heart chakra awakening. I definitely, if you feel like you haven't spoken to your twin or communicated with your twin in a long time, I feel like you probably felt a shift in energy when we had that 12-12 portal. And I definitely feel it's because this person is, well, learned how to communicate. Eight of Pentacles, they're working really hard, really focused, dedicated. Look at you, both got the 10 of Wands, 10 of Wands. It's like they're tired of the burdens. They're tired of the stressful period. They're ready for it to come to an end. And then the Knight of Pentacles. So the Knight of Pentacles, look at that. Here it's the page, here it's the Knight. So there is growth, there is ascending. This person is learning, definitely, but definitely wanting to bring a message. They're wanting to bring you a message. The Knight of Pentacles is like, okay, I'm ready to work with you. And I also understand that this isn't something we're going to do today or tomorrow or next month. This is something that's like lifetime after lifetime after lifetime. And this person, the Knight, I just want to say, this Knight of Pentacles, when he delivers the message, he delivers it with an enthusiasm. He's excited. He wants to do the journey. Let's look at how teachable are you? That is so weird. KV said, I sometimes remember the facial expressions. All right, guys, that's so weird she said that because here lately, I've been seeing facial expressions in other people because I actually haven't like physically seen my twin. It's been a minute. So I've been seeing it in other people's faces. How weird is that? And then she said that on there. Super goosebumps. All right. So how teachable are you? Nine of Swords. Anxiety. This is that person. Look, the stress, the anxiety, the not being able to sleep. So I feel like you're not able to sleep because I felt your energy as I was sitting here trying to sleep. And now I feel like it's very possible that your person isn't able to sleep. There's a lot of anxiety. It's possible they're learning about that. But also the not sleeping, I felt like was more on your side. So the how teachable are you could be like your person could be learning your person's higher self could definitely be trying to teach them about this communication, about the telepathy. So that's really interesting. We have the Three of Swords coming out. The Three of Swords is about healing. And that is the bridging energy between both people is healing, but definitely healing from some, this is Three of Swords. Never, it's normally it has the heart with the three swords stabbing in it. And I feel like we always go, oh, it's a broken heart, and then we move on. It's a really intense broken heart. It's not just something that heals, and goes away. It takes a lot of work. Seven of Pentacles. It takes a lot of patience. Seven of Pentacles is patience. It says plant seeds, do the work, be patient while you wait for the time to harvest. So I feel like your person's higher self is definitely kind of teaching them about accountability, and definitely teaching them about anxiety and worry, but also teaching them how to plant the seeds, do the work. All right, guys, I want to pull some guidance really quick, and then I will pick a couple free readings. And thank you guys for coming in here and joining me. Actually, that's not true. I almost forgot the messages from your person, and I feel like this is going to be the important part. All right, guys, so, oh my goodness, definitely the important part. So I wrote these cards when I was first starting the tarot on YouTube. I felt drawn. Actually, I think it was Katie. Tell me if you're still here. Katie, let me know if you're still here. I hope she doesn't mind. I actually made these cards for Katie. She probably doesn't know. There was a reading that she had gotten through my Etsy shop. Yes, I'm glad you're still here. Okay, so I never told you, I don't think, but I definitely made these for one of your readings. I just felt drawn to do it. I felt like there was something that needed to be said that like I wasn't saying, or it wasn't coming out in the cards. And so it's so weird. And then you're here listening to the reading. How cool is this? Okay, but anyway, I used messages because I didn't know. I just heard spirit say, like messages, like actual words, not just what you're like saying the card means. And I was like, okay, but I didn't know like what messages, like what to do. So what I did is I used my own, like the ones that I received in my own journey. And sometimes they're in 3D, and sometimes, telepathy. Sometimes it's just a thought or a feeling. Some of them came from words. Actually, the Say What You Mean card came up in Katie's reading. And that's actually why I ended up using the very first card I made. Says Say What You Mean. So super interesting, Katie. This reading could definitely be for you. You're keeping me up, girl. Keeping me up. I'm just kidding. All right, let's see. I'm going to do 3 and 3. So let's do 3 from you to your person, and then we'll do 3 from your person to you. I definitely feel like this is going to be divine feminine here, and this is divine masculine here. So let's see, from divine feminine to divine masculine. I can feel your energy. Definitely. I feel like you're feeling their thoughts, their words. Definitely some massive telepathy happening here. It's very possible that you don't understand exactly. Like you might just feel it as an energetic vibe, you know what I'm trying to say? And you might not actually be getting the words just yet. If you guys dream, make sure to be writing your dreams down, because a lot of times these messages come through in your dreams. I love you unconditionally. I definitely feel like divine feminine has been there for quite some time. And I'm having a hard time letting go. So here's the thing. Divine feminine already let go, already released, already started the healing process, spiritual awakening, dark nights of the soul, really experienced all of that. Divine masculine just recently started back in March, I would say, and throughout this whole year has really just been pushed to release expectation, understand like what's happening, the purpose, how it's bigger than just us, right? And I think that feeling, that vibration has very much went over to divine feminine, and it's almost like we're having this redo lesson of letting go. So that's interesting. All right, that was exactly 3 that flipped over. Let's see if we can do that again for divine masculine to divine feminine. I don't know what to do. I'm definitely picking that up. I feel like your person, yes, they acknowledge the situation, but there's so much fear. It's like, I understand. I want to do it. I don't know how. You see what I mean? Definitely strong energy. Keep pushing. My personal favorite. Definitely what my twin tells me on a regular. I'm so super excited to see that. And I don't understand what is happening. I kind of feel that it kind of goes with the I don't know what to do. It's like you got to understand and you have to have compassion for divine masculine, who's really just understanding and learning everything that's happening. This whole time, for half a while, they thought they were crazy, just like divine feminine did, right? And for another half a time, they thought that somebody was like, voodoo in them or witchy in them, or like it was, somebody was doing something. And then like once they started to tune into the spiritual aspects of things, I don't know about you guys, but most divine masculines really had that whole not very religious, not very spiritual attitude. Really wasn't very didn't talk to God on the regular. You know what I'm trying to say? And so that's what's happening to them now. And so if you can remember back when Divine Feminine was going through that situation, how difficult it was for them, it's almost like 10 times more difficult for Divine Masculine. And I don't want to like step on any toes and upset anybody and make you think that like feelings aren't, everybody's feelings are intense. Okay, everybody's energy is intense, but divine masculine had such a strong ego hold, you know what I'm trying to say, that when that ego broke, it was just massive. As when divine feminine ego broke, it was like we were almost like, okay, I understand, this didn't work, I didn't do this right, I'm ready to do this journey. With divine masculine, completely different. It was such a heartache to realize that they were wrong about something. um, yeah. So send your person unconditional love, definitely. All right, let's get some guidance cards. And I'm just going to pull these out. Intention for both divine feminine and divine masculine. And these are going to be direct messages from spirit about what to do about this situation. Wow. First one to come out is gratitude. That's currently what I'm learning on my journey. So I'm walking around saying thank you, thank you, thank you. Again, I'm learning it. So I keep catching myself like getting upset about something, and I have to go find like, why am I thankful for this situation? But I have noticed that being in this energy of gratitude is definitely opening up a lot more things. So we can kind of walk around mad and upset that it's taking so long or that it's difficult, and we can cuss and holler and call the other person, not nice names, but it really doesn't get us very far, right? And the gratitude card, it says, be grateful for abundance, live in appreciation for what you have, and more good things will come. We have big, happy changes coming. I do feel like whoever this message is for, the energy is of this person definitely wanting to come in. It's definitely feeling like it's been here, but it's getting stronger. So I feel like big, happy changes could definitely be something that's happening. But for some of you, I feel like big, happy changes are actually going to come in before this situation happens. We also have sanctuary. Yep, I definitely feel that. It says, embrace the need for solitude. Your inner sanctuary calls you, renew yourself and thrive. And let me tell you guys why I feel that. Because this person is very much at this page. They're not quite the knight. They're not quite brave enough to bring the message, right? So this person still needs time. And I definitely got like this breaking of a cycle down here with the death card, the Knight of Swords, and the Lovers. It's like you guys have repeated this cycle several times, and now Divine Feminine is breaking the cycle. And we have a timing card within the next few months. All right, guys, I'm going to leave that reading right there. I hope it reaches its intended receiver. Let me know if it resonates, of course, in the comments. And if you guys are still hanging around, I see you are. I will gladly pick a couple to do some free readings. So go ahead and ask your questions or let me know what type of reading. And I'm just going to clean up really quickly. So for whoever the reading was for, not sleeping very well, Um, it's very possible it's been more than one night. Like I just noticed the energy really intense tonight. But like I said, if I don't do it, I'll just stay up all night, tossing and turning and thinking about it. So definitely decided to jump up and do it. But I'm feeling like I'm talking to a divine feminine, and I feel like you're feeling your person's energy. Your person is definitely trying to communicate with you. You guys have both been going through this healing period, but your person, it's very possible they don't know how to just yet. And that's why you're feeling it instead of more of hearing it. But I just want you guys to make sure you understand very much the heart chakra, not the third eye, the heart chakra. So it is a feeling, it is energy. You are going to feel it. So it is very possible that, for example, if you are trying to go to bed and you're trying to sleep, and all of a sudden you feel really sad, but you had a good day, or there's no reason for you to be sad. Yeah, that's not you. It's definitely your person. Remember when you went through your dark night of the soul, Divine Masculine's dark night of the soul? I feel like I thought at first that they were having more than one, and then I realized that no, it's just really one long dark night of the soul. So again, that's why I feel like a little bit more compassion for Divine Masculine, because Divine Feminine, I feel like we've had all this energy, all this time to learn and do what the things, you know what I mean? And Divine Masculine, really since like March, is just endless push, and it's like they can't catch a break. So yeah, I do see like they're ready to make the small offer. If they do come back, I do feel like it's very possible they won't be actually ready for if you're thinking like 3D union. I'm kind of picking that up. So if it is like a repeated cycle, it could very much be a test. Like, are you ready to end the cycle? Anyway, I hope that was helpful. Mrs. L is here. Oh, Miss L says, I don't feel good. I couldn't sleep, Miss L. It's 1:15. Was trying to go back to sleep, and then I was like, no, I'm not. I'm just gonna get up and just do it. Katie says, is my twin planning on taking action? I don't know if I worded that right. I want to know if it's in his energy. I feel something. I know I'm not crazy. Katie, I definitely feel, if you feel like that reading was for you, I definitely feel like your person um, is on the move. You know what I mean? Are they ready? I don't want to say that just yet because it was very much page energy, a lot of fear. Their self-worth isn't built up to the point that yours is. So I feel like it wouldn't be equal. But Katie, let's pull a couple cards and see what happens. All right, KB, give me just a second and I will scroll back up there and see if I can find it. Wow, look at that, Katie, the Six of Wands, a victory. And this came out actually on the feminine side, wanting to be noticed. But I'm definitely getting like you both have made some sort of massive achievement. That's definitely probably why you feel the energy so strongly. It's also very possible that you're being rewarded for something that you both achieved. Look at that. 10 of Pentacles, contentment, fulfillment, having everything you need. 5 of Swords. I'm also getting like this could be like a home life, home situation. 5 of Swords. 5 of Swords can be about disagreements and arguments, but I think it's more about negative thoughts. The Hermit. So I feel like that's where the victory is, the spiritual awakening. You've accomplished something in your spiritual awakening. The Star. This can be about hope for the future in the home. But the Star for me, of course, really strong Aquarius energy, Virgo. But it's about forgiveness. For me lately, the Star has been about like giving someone a clean slate. And that page, the page definitely had fear. Like they thought they couldn't return, like they weren't good enough, or or you wouldn't hear them out or take them back or something like that. Let's see the 5 of Swords. So the 5 of Swords and the Sun. The Sun is about like bright joy and happiness. But I'm thinking this is more like Replace your negative thought with a positive thought. Let's see if we can get an answer about movement. That Six of Wands did come out right away. So it definitely could be like riding in. Ten of Pentacles came out next. Definitely a completion. Yeah. And there's that Knight of Wands again, Katie. Came out twice in that reading. So definitely your person wanting to bring a message, wanting to take an action, wanting to have a conversation with you. But I don't feel like they're just quite, I feel like they're just definitely still in that page energy. Awesome, Michelle. All right, let me. All right, so KB says, a love reading, PY, current feelings towards me. Thank you, Katie. And KB, I think you're new, right? The energy doesn't seem familiar. All right, so let's see what comes out. For KB, PY's feelings towards her. Ace of Swords. So I get two things right away. I get that there is some sort of victory with the two people, but I feel, and he feels like he's been victorious in some way, but I feel like he feels like it cost him something. And the reason I say that is because the Ace of Swords has the sharp blade on both sides, but I also feel like this has something to do with communication. The air signs are definitely sticking out. I didn't do the air signs this week either, guys. I'm so sorry. Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. But the Ten of Swords, it's like he wants some sort of new beginning because something's been very painful and he's ready for like the painful period to be over. But he's not sleeping. The swords are definitely sticking out, KB, 3 in a row. Ace of Swords, Ten of Swords, Nine of Swords. I feel like this person is experiencing like a lot of staying up at night, not able to sleep, a lot of anxiety. I'm also getting like migraines. It's very possible like they're giving themselves. This could even be you, actually. Yeah. See, I never look, and I turned around to look. I'm an air sign. Yep, this is you. So I apologize. I wanted the intention to be your person, but yeah, this is definitely you. Let's see what else we can get to come out. Five of Pentacles, definitely. Okay, so a lot of times it's about bringing yourself out of the cold. To me, lately, it's about somebody wanting to come back home. You're wanting this new beginning to be able to come back, or you want them to come back. Ten of Swords, Eight of Swords. There's some sort of self-restriction. There's something that you're doing. The swords are super strong. I mean, look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4 out of 5. But this card always talks about how her legs are not bound. You can walk out at any time. You can change the situation anytime you want to. But you think, there's something you think. And it's also very possible that there's something you're being told that's keeping you in this restrictive, I can't move forward situation. Nostalgia, remembering. That's why you're staying up at night, because you're staying up at night and like remembering all these happy memories. It could have something to do with childhood, or it could have something to do with your own children. We have a Tower card coming out. So Tower card does come out, represents Aries. It is the only major arcana. KV, what you got going on? Um, Only major arcana coming out. Swords everywhere. You do have one pentacle, one wand, and one cup, but the rest are all swords. So your energy is super strong, which is funny because I said that your energy seemed new, and it does. Have you subscribed? You're going to have to let me know. If you haven't, please do. But yeah, super strong energy. Tower moment's going to have something to do with competition or like standing up for yourself or standing firm. And it's going to have something to do with like someone trying to keep something from you or you trying to keep something from someone else, something like that. But the Seven of Swords is always like lies, trickery, deceit. I'm getting like someone's trying to keep something from you and you have to like protect yourself from that situation. All right, so I know that's not exactly the you're new, I know. Thank you. That's awesome. All right, so I should probably tell you that I do ask you guys to ask questions. I do always set the intention with Spirit to get that information to you, but Spirit's definitely trying to give you some sort of warning here. I don't know if the warning is about the person that you asked because I don't see, unless he's an Aries, you see what I'm saying? I don't think that this is about someone else as much as it is about you because it's you, 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 you. You see what I'm saying? So I feel like the energy is more you. And here's more you here. King of Swords on the bottom. I'm sorry, Knight of Swords. That's weird. I said King of Swords. But Knight of Swords is a messenger. Again, that's my breakup card. It's like you're free to go. You're free to do something. So that's pretty interesting that the question you asked was about someone's intentions or feelings towards you. And it's definitely more about you and what you need to do. All right, I'm going to pull you a guidance card really quickly, and I hope it's helpful. Again, I apologize. I know you wanted to hear something different, but that's what Spirit thinks you should know. You do have the situation will improve on the bottom, so that's good. You also have love. Oh, look at that. Listen to your heart. Embrace what makes you happy. Here, there are 1,000,000 reasons to love. All right, guys. So when I get this card, and if this resonates for anyone else, like I might be reading for someone and there might be a message for someone else. So I just want to say, because when I get this love card, I always get that someone's trying to love one person and they're not opening themselves up to anyone else. And I always feel like Spirit's telling you there's 1,000,000 reasons to love. Does that mean you need to go out and have a million boyfriends, husbands, relationships? No. It just means that don't block anybody out. Like, don't block if Spirit sends someone into your life that's there to love you and you love them. Take that opportunity. Don't sit there holding back, waiting for someone who's not ready when Spirit's sending you someone that is. Do you see what I'm trying to say? So that's definitely sticking out to me. And the clarity card is coming out. It says, banish the fog of illusion, open your eyes to the truth, remember the perfection of who you are. All right, KB, I hope that was. Oh, I don't know this song, Miss L. I think it's so stinky that I can't listen. I listen to music, guys, all the time. When I'm doing your readings for the Etsy shop, the radio is blasting. Now, I will put my headphones in, of course, when I'm recording, so you don't have to hear, up church blasting. But I love listening to music, and I feel like I get a lot of information when I'm listening to music. I really wish that I could figure out how to do something with the YouTube because every time I try to play any music, I get that copyright strike, and I am trying to get monetized. We are almost to 1,000. So yeah, I have to be like, cross my T's and dot my I's, and I can't be listening to music. Thank you, KB, and thank you for your subscribing. Thank you, thank you. All right, did we have any more? Did anyone else want one? I think I did Katie and KV. Miss L, how are you doing? If Miss L does not want a reading, I think I'm going to call it and take my butt to bed. Just giving it a couple minutes, Miss L. I seen the number drop, and I know you've been having trouble on YouTube, so I'm just going to wait just a couple minutes. Guys, if you're coming in late, I do see some of the Facebook coming in. Miss L, I'm still here. I'm waiting for you. So just let me know. If you want a reading, I will gladly stay on. Yeah, I just noticed like Facebook is starting to load on. I must have not shared that properly. It was all YouTube. Sometimes you can't tell. I'll go and share and do the thing where I'm trying to broadcast all the different ones, and it'll only go on Facebook. Uh-oh. My sleep is definitely off. I had to get up earlier. Junior's working some mandatory overtime with the storms and everything. They've gotten behind, so they've had to work a little extra. Um, and yeah, so I was up, but I could have definitely went back to bed. And I just kept thinking about this reading, and I was like, I wonder if the person who's supposed to get the reading is up also. And so I was like, I should just get up and do it instead of just sitting here tossing and turning. But my sleep ever since Friday has just been not quite right. And I imagine it's because of the energy around me. Um, yeah, there's probably lots of people that aren't sleeping very well. So I definitely feel that. I got to see the coolest thing today, though, guys. We were going to town, and I'm supposed to be on bed rest, so I haven't really drove around anywhere. But we were headed to town, and we seen like a whole convoy of like the electrical company trucks. And guys, if you don't know, I am in Western Kentucky, and we did just get bombarded with the tornadoes. So we seen like a whole line, Miss L, going down our street of like all these electrical company trucks from like different places, and like people you know, in their cars, not necessarily like vehicles for the state or anything, but just in their own personal cars, like going to go help clean and assist. But it was like a whole convoy of them. It was super, super cool. I told Junior, I was like, it's so stoic to see people, you know what I mean? Like, jump up and just go help without even, thinking about anything, just knowing that it's something they have to do. And I tell you what, if I wasn't on bed rest, I definitely would be out there with them. But yeah, I can't. And it's such a struggle too to sit and watch. I did go donate blood today. Oh, I want to show you guys my new shirt. I did go donate because I can sit in a chair and do that. um, let me find my shirt, guys. I love going to donate my blood because they always give me the coolest shirts. But wait till you guys see this one. Look at this. It says, "He knows if you've been naughty, nice. I gave blood." How cool is that? And then it says, "I donated just in case." Isn't that cool though? Oh, I see the picture is getting blurry. I wonder why. It's probably the internet. It's not used to being on at 1:30 in the morning. I am feeling a lot better. I don't know, Katie, if you were here when I talked about how I got called in for the emergency surgery when we were having the tornadoes. But yeah, at 8 o'clock in the morning, they saw something, and by 7:45 that same day, they were canceling the surgery, and whatever was there was gone. So I still don't know to this point if it was like a mistake or what happened. I haven't been able to talk to my doctor. I actually don't talk to her till tomorrow, or actually, I guess it's today. So yeah, it's kind of interesting, but we were definitely at the hospital when the tornadoes hit. So we drove home right through it. Didn't even know, but I mean, highly, highly protected. I can't even express to you. Did I feel safe? No, I was terrified. But when I got home, I knew that something got me home. You know what I'm trying to say? So yeah, and tornadoes hit within, just a few miles of us. So our house, our town, very spared. So very blessed, very lucky. But yeah, everybody around us, all the towns around us, it's just massive devastation. It's super sad. The energy is super sad. I imagine that's another reason I can't sleep. Um, yeah, it's rough. And you hear all the stories. I've been trying to stay off Facebook because um, the emotions it's so intense. And I heard one story about, I don't even know if it's true because people post things that aren't true, so I don't know. But I heard one story where this little boy just like was in shock and confused, most likely had a concussion, you know what I mean? And somehow walked like down the interstate, however far, before somebody picked him up and got him. Um, yeah, and some of his family didn't make it. And so I read that story and I was just like, it's amazing to me that these things happen. Like I don't understand. It's so hard to grasp like why things happen to certain people and not other people. Like it just definitely feel very blessed. So yeah, thank you. I'm super glad to Miss Tina, my neighbor. I know you guys remember Miss Tina. She's much more psychic. I just want you guys to know maybe she should, but I'm going to teach her how to read tarot, guys, because she definitely told me she had a really bad feeling. And she just didn't, she's lived here 20 years. And so this has never happened this close to here. And so she was like, I just have this bad feeling. And, I was so tired from the hospitals and all day and the doctors and you're in emergency surgery and, oh, no, wait, you don't need it. And it was just like so stressful that I was just like, yeah, I don't think it's that bad. I was like, that's why I live here because this massive lake is here and tornadoes don't come over the lake. They just don't. They haven't. And this one totally did. And she totally felt it and she totally knew. And so, yeah, I will never doubt her again. But yeah, so I knew when the power went out that it was close and that something was bad. Um, I've lived in Indiana where it's like super flat, so I know about tornadoes. But yeah, I wasn't expecting this here in my little bitty town. And I definitely wasn't expecting that thing to come through the lake, but it did. It's massive. They actually have pictures of it crossing the lake, which I think is just wow. I don't know. But yeah, so if you guys have seen any donation lists or anything like that, if you're in my private Purple Lunar Rose Facebook group, which many of you are, I do have links in there for donations. Just donate, do whatever you can, even if it's just your time. Hey, even if it's just your blood, that's so much needed. People don't even understand how much it's needed. People assume that everyone donates or that it's taken care of, and it's not. It's definitely there's always a shortage. I have A negative blood type, so they're constantly sending me letters. They're out, they're short. Please come in. My sons have A positive blood type, so I think I said that backwards. It's probably the other way. Anyway, my son's theirs is more rare than mine is. And so they're constantly sending them letters, and like, hey, we're out, nobody's donating, please come in. So yeah, make sure to donate. I mean, it's an easy thing to do. It's a tiny little prick, and it just goes away before you know it. You've done something good, and you could have saved somebody's life. So definitely, definitely donate blood. That's definitely going to be my thing because that's something that I've been doing for a long, long time. And my boys, I was pregnant with the RH factor, so that's how we all know that we have the funky blood. So yeah, so they all know, and they all donate also. So yeah. I tried to get William, my youngest, to donate, but he works with Junior, and they had that mandatory overtime. He totally didn't want to do it, and I was like, I told him I wasn't gonna just take him with me. I was like, hey, you want to go to Hoptown with us? I was like, you want to go to Walmart? 'Cause we had to get a few things and run a few errands, and they had a donation thing there also. But so he just thought he was going with us, and I was like halfway there. I was like, you got your ID? But yeah, he didn't do it. Hi, Ronnie. Yeah, he didn't want to do it. They had to be at work today at 1 o'clock. Their work did get saved just by the grace of God. It's definitely within a mile from where their job site is. So yeah, they're very lucky to be able to get up and go to work. So nobody's complaining, but yeah. All right. Ronnie, I will pull one card. I was actually just getting ready to get off. You have humor. Laugh at yourself, lighten your heart, and let nothing steal your happiness. So it's kind of telling me that you're going through a difficult time and you just need to lighten the energy, lighten the air, do something fun. I hope that was helpful. All right, guys, I'm going to get off here and take my butt to bed. You guys have a great night. Thank you for coming in here so crazy late. I did do a subscriber love reading at the beginning of the video, so make sure go catch that and see if that reading was for you. Again, thank you for all the well wishes. I definitely appreciate all of you. All right, guys, thank you for subscribing. And G, hi G. I wish I could stay on later, but I feel my eyeballs trying to shut. Ooh, G, you're gonna have to explain that. It says I felt something shifted. G says, "Wow, good to see you at this late time." It is super late. It's 1:38. It says I don't know why, but I was in peace when I got your free reading 2 days ago, and since this morning, I felt something shifted. G, make sure to catch that reading at the beginning of the video. I feel like that definitely could help. I will be back. We'll do more free readings, of course. I don't want to set a certain time because Junior's schedule is so hectic. I want to spend as much family time as we can together, especially during this time when everybody's just hugging their loved ones as tightly as possible. So, yeah, definitely want to do that. But gee, I would definitely go check the beginning of the video. I did a subscriber love energy reading, couldn't sleep, and definitely felt like I needed to get it out to someone else who couldn't sleep. So you might want to check that out. All right, guys, I'm going to get off here. Thank you so very much. And as always, I'm sending you all abundant love and light on your journey. Thank you.